Hi, my name is Megan. I'm a part of the patriarchy, and I'm here to see who I'm oppressing. God help us all. What does your sign say?
End rape culture.
Okay, and do you believe that we live in a rape culture?
Absolutely.
Why is that?
I think, so rape culture is like dismissing victims or victim blaming, living like in a society that perpetuates sexual assault or misogynistic thoughts, and I think that's very pervasive and terrible.
Yeah, of course. Some could argue that we don't live in a rape culture because, I mean, our rapists do get prosecuted. We have our Sixth Amendment, we have, due process, we have trials for rape. What would you say to that?
Well, if you actually look at statistics, most women don't even report rape, and then if they do, they aren't usually believed, and the rapists don't get the sentences they should. For example, what was his name? 3 months
probation.
What was his name? Sorry,
what was that name?
Yes, thank you, Brock Turner.
Could you argue that that was only one case and that most women do report rapes and that was the actual just one instance? Could you argue that? Because rapes are reported, rapes are tried, we hate rapists. I mean, I think we're seeing that right now in the Me Too movement. I think we're seeing that in Time's Up. Could you argue that?
My argument for that is like, if it's one woman who makes a false case or it's one rape case against a woman, it's like, well, we need to stand up for men, and it's like all women kind of get that reputation of, well, they could all be lying. But then if we accuse one man of a rapist, it's that not all men thing, and I think that demonstrates the rape culture of we believe men, but we don't believe women.
What are your thoughts on the Me Too movement?
I support the Me Too movement. I'm a part of the Me Too movement. Me too, I don't know.
Okay. And do you believe that the Me Too movement has gone too far? Do you believe that they are right now kind of doing witch hunts? Do you think it had good intentions at first and then it kind of became into a witch hunt?
My argument for that is that if men are calling it a witch hunt, and if you look at the percentage of men in the workforce and in the workplace, and then the men that are actually getting accused, it's like less than 1% of men are losing their jobs and getting accused. So how is that a witch hunt? It's not all men. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Well, thank you for saying not all men, because there's a lot of feminists here, and I don't think they would say not all men. There is the patriarchy.
Where? Yeah. What do you mean? Everywhere?
Everywhere. So are they like in the air? Like, is there like a meeting going on? Like, where is the patriarchy?
Oh, the patriarchy isn't like a physical group of men, I guess, unless you're like meninists, I don't know.
And with the glass ceiling?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Hi, and what does the sign on your dog say?
He has two. He says, all dogs are feminists, which of course they are, and canines for equality.
Okay. And why are all dogs feminist?
Because they know who takes care of everyone in the world.
Do they know where the patriarchy is?
No. He has no idea.
Okay.
He doesn't need one.
I don't think we do either. Thank you. Her sign says feminism is a radical notion that women are human, which I can't agree with, and I can also agree that feminism is pretty radical. That girl's sign over there says, this episode of Black Mirror sucks, and I would agree. I wouldn't watch an episode about the Women's March.
We have the right to claim our power because we are created in your divine and awesome image that includes the feminine. We have the right to take authority. You give us the right to be valued, the right to speak our truth, the right to say time is up, the right, God, to tear down unjust structures. And we come today as women to say in your name, time's up.
They're saying a prayer right now, but little do they know that the Bible's pretty misogynistic. But amen. So what does your sign say?
Women can and will.
Okay. And why is women spelled with, why is it W-O-M-Y-N?
I don't know, I saw it on Twitter and I just thought it was funny. Take out the E, make it all about women, get rid of the men.
And do you feel that men are represented within the feminist movement?
No, not enough. Not enough men.
Do you feel that they maybe feel unwelcome here?
I think they can. Just by the name, women's rights, they feel like it's only about women's.
Do you think that's because of the name, or do you think that's because of how feminists treat men?
Both. Maybe both, yeah.
A sign over there says, elect women now. So you hear that, men? You're out. Just because if you're a man, we're only electing women now, regardless of your qualifications. Come on, America. What does your sign say?
It says, this is not an ovary reaction. Because a lot of people say that coming out and marching is too much, that women have enough rights, and that we shouldn't be doing this. But it's important not just for us, but women around the world.
I'm glad you include women around the world. That's very important and not always represented. I see the other sign.
Oh yeah, I think it's beautiful. I just don't know what it says. Okay. It says, people of quality do not fear equality.
Do you think that people don't fear equality, but that they fear feminists?
I think they fear change a lot of time, especially men that don't realize that they've been living with this privilege.
And what privilege is that?
The privilege of earning more, of walking alone at night, of being pretty much running the world without realizing it. And once we try, like, women gain some power, it feels like they're losing power.
You saying that the wage gap is real?
Oh, it's definitely real. It's been proven time and time again, and there's no reason to deny it. It's like climate change. It's been proven. You can't deny facts.
So if the wage gap is real, then what is the Equal Pay Act of 1963 for?
I don't know. That's a long time ago.
Well, I'll actually tell you the wage gap is not real, but there's a salary gap.
What's the difference?
So it's actually illegal for men and women to not get paid the same for the same job, which is what a lot of people don't realize. That minor little detail kind of slips, as we see here. But the salary gap is very much real, and there are ways that we actually can improve that by women going into STEM, which I'm seeing a lot of signs for, which is something of value, I think, coming from this march. I literally had to explain this to my mom earlier. You guys, she's a feminist. I'm sorry. Sorry, Mom, but I'm adopted. Really, I'm seeing ways that is being helped here within this movement. However, a lot of people are not really getting all the facts right. So I think that we really need to work on getting the facts right more so we can actually solve the problem. So we don't have to keep doing this year after year after year.
It's a little bit fun though to come out and see all this excitement.
It's fun. It's fun. It's definitely kind of like a group party, I would say. We were just talking about that. I like the glitter though. We love the glitter. I promise. I'm sorry for being a cunt. I'm sorry. I have to be the cunt.
No.
You know, it's really like that. And can you say what this says right here?
It says stop racism now.
Okay, and what is that doing to stop racism?
I actually don't know. Just think spreading the word around and showing that someone as young as me cares about this can help stop it.
Good, yeah, we need to stop racism. Come on, girl. Okay, thank you. And that is it for the Women's March. We are done here today. We have seen a lot of different signs. We've seen a lot of Twitter activism, finally getting up for one day of the year and doing something valuable. Thank you for your service. The one good thing that has come out of this, I will admit, I know I'm being a cunt, I will admit it. The one good thing that has come out of it is they are doing donations for domestic abuse victims, which I think is phenomenal, and I think that is a really good thing. So at least getting off the couch for one day is doing something of value. And yeah, thank you guys. Bye. So does that mean that I didn't win first place in the poster contest?